Hi, and welcome back to Classic Beauty Over 60. I'm Denise, and I'm doing everything over 60. Today, I'm going to do a get ready with me and just a little chat. So, I need to do my hair. I need to curl it yet still. So, I'm going to do my makeup first. I wanted to talk about not enough makeup. What do I mean by not enough makeup? So you see a lot of, I've noticed a lot of ladies that decide that they want to look more natural and don't want to look like their makeup is too caked on. And I totally get that. They're trying not to look ridiculous with too much makeup on or like a clown. But what they end up doing is they actually end up putting on such a scant amount of makeup that when you see them, you're thinking, oh, were they wearing their makeup all day and this is what's left? Or did they just not know how to apply it right? Or what's happening here? It looks like you aren't knowing what you're doing if it's too light. It looks like it was an accident. So it's a fine line between, really looking like you're put together without looking like you're put together, if that makes sense, the no makeup look. But you do want to look like you have something. You want to be purposeful with your makeup. And so I'm just going to start getting ready here, and I'm just going to kind of give you some tips along the way of what's worked for me. Now, I have been shaving my face for years. I usually pluck. But I also wax, if you've been with me for a minute, you've seen probably that video. But I shave. No, your hair doesn't grow back any thicker. Your makeup goes on way nicer because you don't have those little tiny baby hairs there. And so, yeah, I've been doing it for years and have never had a problem. I am going to, today, I usually use pore refiner only because it just is a little too slippery with my makeup, I feel. But today I want to look extra nice because my son has proposed, my oldest, and I'm going to go hang out with my soon-to-be daughter-in-law. She's such a sweetheart. She's a nurse. She worked in the neonatal unit, and now she's doing something different. Takes a heck of a person to do that with the little kids. It definitely takes a special person, and she truly is, and we're so excited to have her as part of the family. So we're gonna go out tonight and celebrate. My other daughter-in-law and I are gonna go out and take the newest member, soon-to-be newest member of the family out. All right, so I put on my e.l.f. and I put the pore minimizer on the deeper pits that I have and texture that I have. I had acne as a child. It was pretty bad. It was cystic acne, and gosh, they had me on antibiotics, and I got dermabrasions and all this crazy stuff. So, all right, so we've got that on. I am going to do, I have, as you can see, pretty dark circles under my eyes and up and around in here. I've got some darker coloring right here, my marionette lines, my nasal labial folds, and I've got some broken capillaries around my nose. So we're going to I'm going to use big guns today. I'm going to use Lancome. A tip for your concealer is to let it dry after you put it on just a little bit so it can get tacky just a tad. And I don't need that much. It's really not that much. And I'm going to just put it in the spots that I need it. Okay, let that set up for a minute. Actually, okay. Now that that's sat for a minute, I could have put a color corrector on. In my case, I would have put kind of like a peach color on. I'm gonna put on my lip plumping gloss, and that is by Buxom, and it's no, this isn't. This is by City Lips. I'm sorry, this is by City Lips. It's a pretty light color. But I'll take it off before I leave. I just want to get my lips plump for now. All right. So put the cream on. I also have my Superstay Activewear, and this is Maybelline, and this is shade 125. And I think today I will put this on with a Wet Beauty blender. It's going to be a while till I can leave, and so this is Too Faced setting spray. I'm really trying to keep my makeup kind of strong today, just because it is hot out today, and I've got quite a drive before I can get to where we're all meeting up at. So for women my age and younger, you probably don't want to put a bunch of makeup in your wrinkles. I don't. I avoid it completely. My wrinkles are my nasal labial folds, my marionette lines, the outsides of the corners of my eye, and my forehead. And so I just don't bother. I just don't. I don't do my nose because I have enlarged pores there. And I don't go up in here because I have lines that go crow's feet that go out that way. And so I don't know if you can see that I did avoid all those areas. And now, because I am a little older, but this is actually a good tip for anyone of any age, just because sometimes you miss things. I like to take a big brush, big nice soft brush, and I like to go ahead and buff that out, because since I can't see everything, I don't want there to be any hard line of demarcation. So we'll buff it out, and then we don't have to be worrying about what we can and can't see. Okay, so I can still see some bluing right in here. So I'm going to also go in with L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. It's actually a foundation. Tip, you can use what you like where you'd like. If you want to use this foundation as a concealer, you just go right ahead and do it. If you want to use your eyebrow pencil as a lip liner, go ahead and do it. So I am going to, this is waterproof, and I'm going to just I always have problems right here because as you get older, your thin starts to skin out. Yes, it does. Your skin starts to thin out, and so you know you can see the discoloration a little bit better for sure. Tonight I'm going to go ahead and do a little contour like I used to do. I used to do quite a bit of contour, and I think I'll be doing that again tonight. Starting with, I'm going to use this e.l.f. This is an eyeshadow palette, but I like this for a contour. It's kind of a taupey gray, but not ashy. And tonight I'd like to be real specific with my placement, so I'm going to use a smaller brush because I'm going to put a contour. Contour, you're going to want to go right straight here. Start in the back so that if it's too thick of an application, you won't see it way back there. If you have short hair, you might, but see, in most of the young girls, they put this, they make a huge strip. It looks like a chocolate bar, you know, and I think it looks kind of silly, but for us, we definitely want a thinner line because that will help. We don't have that much real estate that generally that that we can fiddle with to make it look like it's lifted, but that is one area. Your eyes and your lip is another one. And we'll show you all that. The restaurant we're going to is a farm to table, so that'll be fun. And I've never been there. All right, and then to kind of just buff that out a little bit more, I'm going to take my angle brush and make sure nothing's too harsh. And that's what happens, I think, when we try to put on a really scant amount of makeup, is we're trying to make sure that nothing looks too harsh. But you can do that and still have, you know, a look of, you know, being put together with makeup. Not too harsh, but, you know, something that you can definitely see was on purpose and was purposeful. So I'm gonna do that. Then I think tonight I will use my Milani, what's it called? Nude Kiss, Cheek Kiss, and it's a pretty color. Once again, you start back here. You don't want to go any higher or any lower than what you just did. And you want to stop it right about here. You don't want to go any further than that. Now, I could leave it like this, but I think it looks even more natural if I take this brush and just kind of soften the edge, just a little. So we just want to look a little more healthy, a little more glowy, not necessarily younger, because we don't want to do that again probably, but definitely, you know, a little healthy glow. Doesn't hurt, but you definitely don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing, or maybe I have some makeup on, maybe I don't, kind of half in, half out. So I think that that we can do that and just be careful about it. Okay, that's pretty. All right, so I am going to do, I have this Brow and Shadow Pro Palette by Eyelure. It's called Vegas Nay, and Cosmetics London. It's actually for your eyebrows, but I am going to use this color right here with the brush that came with it to contour a couple things. So my jowl, I would like to get rid of that, so I'm going to do that. And so you just act like you're cutting it out. This is where mine is, and this is where I'd cut it out if I could. Now you just want to soften the lines that you just made. Work in. And then do the other side. All right, now going to do the nose. For the nostrils, I have thicker nostrils, and I'm just going to actually use this type of brush because I want to thin those out just a little, and I want to shorten the end of my nose. Okay, I'm done. Let's go. What, you're embarrassed? Come on. Okay, so you want to blend how you were trying to make this work. Like, I wouldn't go in. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to thin this out a little bit. Okay, And you just take your finger, smudge it just a little bit. Then I'm going to take, this is Boing, it could be any, really, it could be any, like a highlighter. This is a Bright On concealer, it's by Benefit, and it's called Erase something, I don't see it, but I'm just gonna put a tiny, now this doesn't have much sheen to it at all. Stay within the line you just created. I have lines in my forehead, so I've tried to avoid those in here. I mean, it's kind of hard, but did the best we could. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot my little cute girl nose, but I don't have. But we're making it. So we're just gonna act like we do have it, because we do now. All right. Okay, now I'm going to take my Revlon 006 Naughty Nude, and this is a concealer, and I'm going to use my angle brush, and I'm going to conceal the contour. I don't mean conceal, I meant contour. Contour my neck. Another tip. So I see a lot of younger girls and some older women, my age and older, who are putting their contour on the jawbone. You don't want to do that. So as you get older, your jawbone, generally the bone mass diminishes. So you're already starting to get a little bit slack jawed. So in order to keep a nice strong jaw, I personally don't want it to look like that. So I go under, because I definitely need some contour there, because I'm overweight and I'm older. And so that's, you know, where that shows up. And this is a great way to contour it. And we already did the contour here with our jowl. So, and that's why the ladies do that. But then they take out all the rest of their jaw when they do that. And I want to keep a strong jaw. I was wearing these cute little patriotic earrings, and they weren't real, and they messed with my ear, and now my ear's all red and irritated. So I'm going to show you a little tip. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a lift. So you're lining up. See how that lifted my cheek? Can you see the difference? This cheek looks up here, and that one looks lower. All right. Good. All right. So there's a little lift there. I am going to do my eyes next. Now, primer. And it's flesh colored and you don't need much. But it's just like a light glue. So I like to pat mine in. I don't like to rub it in and let it set so it can set up and get a little tacky. Is the way I like to do it. I had cute patriotic nails on. I used to be a manicurist at the casino in Vegas. But I did that brick fencing thing or walkway, and it just, the mortar just completely tore up my nail polish, which I figured it would. Okay, so while I'm letting that kind of dry down, I want to look. Okay, all good. I'll use this Hip Dot. My bestie gave me this. It's called Witchy Warms Pressed Pigment and Glitter Palette. It's one of the prettier palettes. I love it. They're really more of fall colors, but that's okay. I love them. All right, I think I will go into this color right here, and it's called Cloves. And the imprint on it was a cute little crescent moon. So if you have hooded eyes like I do, and like a lot of people do as they get older, the skin just starts to sag down. To disguise those hooded eyes, what you're going to want to do is you don't want to put, usually, you put your eyeshadow here, just on the lid, and you'd be done with it. And then you put something up here. Well, that's not what you want to do to disguise a hooded lid. Where you want to start that is above the crease. So you want to start it way up here, because you're going to fool your eye into thinking that you actually have a crease up there. And so that would mean that your hoods would be lessened. And so that's what we're going to do. So instead of starting here, right, I'm going to start here, right there. You'll never go wrong, no matter what your hair color is, using light brown. This is not a light brown, but I'm just saying this is kind of more of a darker pumpkin. As you get older, you want to pat your eyeshadow in, because now we have looser lids and the skin wants to roll away from us doing like the windshield wiper motions. It'll skip and it'll just be bad. So pat it on so you can get the pigment in there, and then start to do the small circles. And try to go from the line that you just did kind of down. Just want to soften it. I really want I want like a navy. So you can definitely see the difference in these eyes. I've done lots of tutorials on this. Big difference. Makeup is magic. It can fool you into thinking you feel better. It can fool other people into thinking that you feel better. It can fool yourself into being in a better mood. It's magical. My husband always says, boy, that's so not fair. My mother was absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not just saying that, she really was. And so she, now mind you, this is in the 50s and 60s on up. She wore hair pieces, and she wore false eyelashes, and yeah, she was something else. She was like a star. It's pretty amazing. Everybody would stop us whenever we'd be out and about, and they'd just stop and stare. I got so irritated with it when I was a little older. I think I was like a teenager. I would just be, I'd just start snapping at people. I'd snap my fingers, be like, hello? Can we help you? I was pretty protective over my mom. All right, so how do you like that? That looks good. Now, what other colors shall we do? I don't want to be, I want my makeup to be on, but I don't want it to be too crazy, outrageous. I'm going to use this tip. Well, you can't see that. It's just a, and I'm going to go into this. It's called Coven, and it's kind of a buttery banana. And I'm just going to kind of, on the edge of what I just did, just kind of feather it out. All right, now comes the fun part. I think today, this is pretty. This is called Charmed, and it is beautiful. Let me tell you, the best way to put on any type of a glittery palette is to use your finger. And they will want to tell you that you shouldn't wear chrome colors on your lids after the age of 40. Well, we can do whatever we want and wear whatever we want anytime we want. So there's that. So you just put it from your last lash in. And don't go, just keep it on the movable lid. I'm not pulling it up. It's just there. It's not a pretty color though. Yeah, they've got some great colors in here. And then for the inner corner, I like this little round. It's a small round one. And I think I'll use, this is called Hex, and it's a gold. And I would use my finger, except for my finger's too big for this area, and I don't like to put for my skin, and probably yours too, I don't like to put any color right here, from here to here. Has nothing on it, because I get lines there that go this way. Yeah, they go this way. So if I have anything right in here, you will see it. So I avoid it. And if something gets on there, well, then it does, but I try not to. So put a little bit on the inner corner. Okay. Eyebrows. I brush down. With the eyebrows, the tip is not to do every eyebrow hair like you would, because in nature, generally, most of us, especially at this age, don't have every single hair. So just skip around a little bit. Just do light stroke. The further down on your pencil that you hold, the lighter the stroke. If you want something really deep, hold it like a pencil. If you want something a little lighter, hold it down the end. I hold it down the end, way down here. And with your eyebrows, you want to shape them where the inside starts right here. The arch is right here. And the tail is right here. Towards it. So you're using your nose, the edge of your nose basically, as a guide. So tail, arch, middle, or beginning. So yeah, so you hold on to the bottom and you just do, this one is precisely my eyebrow by Benefit, and it's waterproof. So see, I just put a couple, and then I went and got my eyebrows waxed a long time ago, and the woman wasn't paying attention or something, and took out the tails, and they've never grown back. I was over 40 at that time, so they just never grew back. So I put my own tail in. They're almost there. It just needs to be, I'm just missing just a little tiny bit. But what I want to show you to do for a trick to lift your face just a bit is you're going to take this pencil, and instead of going on the line of where your own natural eyebrow is, you're going to go right above it. So you're going to go up here, right above it, a hair, literally a hair above it. And now I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but I promise you it does do something. And then brush them up, and that also helps dissipate some of that color of the crayon that you just used. Okay, so once again, corner of the nose to the front. There's my arch. And there's my tail. See, I got that a little too dark, so I just brushed it out a little more. No biggie. All right, and that's it. I don't set mine. I just don't seem to need to. So now let's go ahead and do our eyelashes. I am using my very favorite. It is Bad Gal by Benefit Bang. This is my very favorite is Thrive. It's a true tubing mascara. Every bottle anything you buy from Thrive helps a woman in crisis thrive. So I love that, but it's a bit expensive, and I love this. This is a little expensive too, not like the other, but it's so nice. I don't like spider eyes. That look is so dated. So this makes all your eyelashes individually stick out. So okay, and so I curl my eyelashes all the time, every time. If you want your curl to last a little longer, you can blow dry your curling wand, your eyelash curler, and get it fairly warm. Touch it before you use it because you don't want to burn your face, but Get it pretty warm and then try curling it. It's a big difference. Oh, darn it. Now look what I just did. Oh. Look what I did. Okay. Darn. Okay. All right, so I will do my hair. I don't put mascara on my lower lashes. I feel like it drags my face down. I haven't for probably 2 decades. I also generally don't tight line. I feel that closes off my eyes. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. It's kind of a banana color. And I'm going to use my angle brush. I'm just going to get a little, ooh, too much. Get a little in there. Oh my gosh. Wow. I have to say, it's not one of my favorites. Okay. I like it by Cosmetics, to be honest. Okay. All right, so let's see. The next thing will be, I would like to do another contour lift, this time for my eyes. So I'm going to take my Garnier Instant Age Rewind. This is a concealer. It's got caffeine in it. I'm just going to go up. I have a Thrive. This is a brightener. It's just a little stick. Any one will work. I'm going to put that right here. Put some lipstick on, do my hair. I'll be right back. I'm all ready. I put on my lipstick and put on a little bit of bronzer. I used the Superstay Matte Ink. I love these. This one is number 175 and it's called Ringleader. It's a real pretty color. Kind of coral, almost. Corally, kind of. And they're a little drying, but it's a very pretty color and they do stay on quite a long time. I also used a little bit of Milani. They are saying that this is a blush. I use it as a bronzer. This one is number 03, Berry Amour. And I just use that with a big brush. And my ears. And that's it. So this is it. I'm ready to go. I'm really excited about tonight. It's the beginning of a beautiful family beginnings. It's just, she's such a nice girl, such a sweet girl, and I'm just really excited. Well, I have some videos of some little run around we did this last week. We just went to the coast for a little bit, a couple hours out, and found some kind of interesting places, and just tooled around, found some spots we hadn't been before, and I posted that for you. Well, I hope everybody has a really great weekend. It's Thursday. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.